I was talking to a friend of mine the other night who was talking about folks like Ted Cruz and Mike Lee and other sort of Tea Party guys, and his perception was that the level of disdain and contempt that some of these established politicians have for these sort of upstart Tea Party guys and gals is palpable. It's not an understatement to say that there are people within the sort of good old boy network of the Republican Party that just despise the very words Tea Party. Isn't it?
Well, it's almost like, they're members of a country club, and suddenly someday at dinner, the wait staff gets to sit down with them and, partake of the same food and start having dinner conversations. Of course, it's not analogous, but that's how they're acting. They're acting as if, who crashed our party? Who are these people? Like, they don't wear the same blazers and chinos that we do.
And the real answer is they are your bosses. That's who they are. And the contempt and disdain that Mike cited for certain members of the Senate, for instance, like Ted Cruz, who has his roots somewhat in the Tea Party, is really rooted not just in competition with him. It's a contempt for the people.
That's right.
For the true grassroots. And they are, in fact, the bosses of these folks. And when they lose sight of that, that's what turns people off about politics.
An election is only a formality for these people. They've always believed they can manipulate the system. The primaries have low voter turnout, and they can do what they will. Well, the McDaniel challenge was different. It was a statewide uprising of ordinary folks who decided, we've just been dismissed for too long. Washington is bankrupting us. Send get along people to Washington and nothing changes. So we're going to try to change something. So rather than actually address the issue, rather than debate the issue, they basically hid their candidate. And lo and behold, you go and see the most base, awful appeals to a primal emotion that you've ever seen. The Tea Party had nothing to do with the kind of things that were hurled against it. And I think it's a shame, because we are better than our politics. Mississippi is better than this.